Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, AirsoftAL. The comments, Airsoft reviews bad guns, so you don't buy them. And well, SHOT Show 2019 showed a lot of great guns this year, and I'm not gonna lie, the most eye-catching of them all was people talking about the MP7 by Umarexs USA / Elite Force, which is made by VFC. However, that's not the very first time we've actually seen a AEG version of the MP7. In reality, the very first AEG of the MP7, to my knowledge, mind you, from my airsoft historians, you can let me know in the comment section down below if I'm wrong on this, and you can let me know what the very first MP7 was, and introduced to airsoft, is the Tokyo Marui MP7 AEG, or AEP, whichever one you want to go with. And believe me when I say that, that thing has been bought to hell and back, has been HPA'd, has been done with everything, and, well, it's pretty fucking cool. And even has so many upgrades for it that it's not even funny. All the way from a full metal gearbox to everything in between. And you can actually find some of those upgrades on evike.com. But of course, with the popularity of the of Tokyo Marui's MP7, obvious companies wanted to copy it. One of them being, of course, our lovely, friendly neighborhood Well. W-E-L-L said basically, hold my beer. Because people outside of Japan wanted to get the MP7 AEP. And while there is a few stateside, they're few and far between to find and very hard as hell to find. Hell, they're even harder to find online. I'm not joking on this, folks. I've tried my damnedest to find the Well MP7, and I have yet to fucking find one online. And I have combed through the catacombs of the internet underworld to find the damn thing, and I have yet to find it. Only images and videos of it. Fucking hell, guys, where the fuck is this thing? Now, outside of that, while yes, these two companies were definitely competing with each other, Tokyo Marui and Well, going head to head, butting heads, and to my knowledge, I think a lawsuit kind of came out of it. I'm not sure. But the big one, and I do mean a biggie that kind of came out of this, was Umarexs USA saying, you know what, I think we want to try that. Let's try that. And they did. Umarexs USA basically got together with HK and said, hey, let's make our own MP7. But because they didn't exactly have an idea of, because of some legal, to my knowledge, I think legal reasons why they didn't make it. I don't know. I'd have to hear from actual guys down there. But they basically said, hold my beer also, and they came out with their own version of the MP7. However, because they didn't exactly want to copy a Tokyo Marui version, they started with their own and went proprietary. To a degree. They went with their own proprietary design of the MP7, and, well, it came in a little bit of a, It was $60, which I'm going to get into that price tag in a second, and came in this nice little fucker here. Oh yeah, folks, we're going to have a good day. And while, yes, the MP7 by HK, by Umarexs USA, has seen some mixed reactions, in this reviewer's opinion, it's a good gun. But I'm going to get into that when we actually talk about the gun itself. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Umarexs USA HK MP7 AEG. Let's get into it. Now, of course, we all know the MP7 from a variety of media, movies, games, etc., etc., etc. But you're probably thinking that because I was born in the 90s and I saw the evolution of video games through the years, you probably think my fondest memory of the MP7 would be from Call of Duty, right? From Call of Duty Modern Warfare to, of course, all the other games and its highest popularity, which was in Black Ops 2. I say this now. Go fuck yourself with that Call of Duty bullshit. Hell no, my fondest memory wasn't with Call of Duty. No, motherfucker. My fondest memory of the MP7 is Rainbow Six Vegas 2. Oh my god, I loved the MP7 in Rainbow Six Vegas 2. And I know a lot of you are saying, oh, but you don't have as much customization in Rainbow Six. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about that. The gun was realistic in that game, and I'm not joking. I had to fire that gun in bursts when at a distance because of how fast the ammo would go and how much the barrel would rise on that damn thing. And taking this thing in Terrorist Hunt or online, I would either mop the floor with people or myself get mopped because of the insane rate of fire on the MP7. I loved it in Rainbow Six Vegas 2, and I will still rock it when I'm rocking a fast, hard-hitting CQB loadout in that game. Speaking of CQB, the gun itself is set up to be a CQB gun. Yes, you could actually outfit it with the upgrades because, yes, this can be upgraded with some of the upgrades for the Tokyo Marui MP7 or the Well MP7, i.e. the Type Bore inner barrel and probably upgrading the hop-up. I've talked with some guys who've actually upgraded the inner barrel and have upgraded the hop-up to actually be a little better or have actually shimmed out the entire area because supposedly this thing can take the MP7 gearbox. Again, supposedly, we don't know. Now, the gun itself does come with its own proprietary stock, which this one right now is stuck, so I can't exactly take it off, so I'm going to have to unscrew both screws and take the entire thing off. But you can remove it, and sadly, it doesn't have a buffer tube. Sadly. So unless you can 3D print an adapter to go over this, so it can take a M4 style stock, which, by the way, missed opportunity, Umarexs. Missed fucking opportunity. That's just how it is. Now, another thing that makes it wholly proprietary is the actual firing system. While, yes, the entire body is somewhat simple and similar to the MP7, i.e. the flip-up sights, which allow you to have more precision shooting, the white dot sights, the sights themselves are non-removable. The rails themselves are polymer, and the barrel itself, while, yes, metal and can take the MP7 suppressor, detachable suppressor, is wholly proprietary. Well, not wholly proprietary because this is the only thing that actually carries over from the Tokyo Marui MP7, where you have to remove this in order to get to the battery space. Oh yes, and it does have metal, by the way. Now, it does have Tamiya connectors, which is a godsend. And people, and the same guy who actually refurbished my IWI Tavor X95, actually refurbished both the clear version and this version of the MP7 to actually take lipos. So I recommend you guys check it out. Just go on eBay, type in MP7 AEG, and you will see both listings for the refurbished variant. Now, you're probably seeing this. You're thinking, oh, this comes with the MP7. No, I had to put this on myself because it came with this ugly, straight grip. I didn't like that. So I went with the one that you get on the Umarexs TAC kit, which allows me to have that awesome little tactical grip that I actually do love on the MP7. Now, moving to this, of course, the trigger is polymer. But let's actually finally talk about the firing system because I'm kind of procrastinating on that. The firing system is sort of split like a Thompson, more or less, where it has the split firing selectors. Now, I guess they did this to sort of skirt by any legal possibilities that they might get from Tokyo Marui if Tokyo Marui decide to sue them. But even then, this is a wholly proprietary gun. Now, let's take a look at this. On this side, you have your fire and safe. And up there is your hop-up, which you're going to have to pull all the way back. Just right there. In order to fire this gun, you have to do this. Now, on the other side, this is where things get a little bit more confusing, is you have your up for semi-automatic, and you go down for full auto. You can hear that loud clicking, right? It's because inside there are big connectors actually making contact, or conduits, I should say. Now, up a little bit more, of course, is, well, the magazine release. Which, speaking of the magazine, which you probably see me used both, it's because this thing, not even joking, I'm doing both because I'm afraid I'm going to break it because of how stiff the release is. Just look at that right there, okay? There's a huge stiff break in there. Now, it's a good and a bad thing because it's a good thing, so if you accidentally press on the mag release, like you just accidentally tap it, you're not going to lose the magazine. But having that stiff break right there makes you automatically think in your brain, I'm going to break the magazine release because of how stiff it is. So I have to use. So on instinct and muscle memory, I have to use both fingers, both the trigger finger and the thumb, to fully release the magazine. Speaking of the magazine is your standard Tokyo Marui style, which means you can use the MAG, M-A-G, 100-round mid-caps to actually use in this, which is what I'm hoping to get in the future, because I do love this, and I'm hoping to actually open this up and see how it all works, and actually upgrade it with a better barrel, better hop-up, and turn this into an evil little CQB gun. And that's what it is, primarily is CQB. But we'll get to that a little later on. Now, the magazine itself is metal construction with polymer on the top and the grip. Well, yeah, the bottom part is mostly polymer, but the rest of it's metal. Now, it does come with this nice little instruction manual for new players to basically say, here's how it works. Wind it up to about 50 to 100 times, or till you hear clicking. The gun itself is not bad, I'd say, but there is some missed opportunities as a whole. One of the big ones has to be the polymer rails. Don't get me wrong, I love polymer rails if done right, but you could have gave us a little bit of metal at least. I mean, you gave us essentially a semi-full metal outer barrel, but you could have gave us a little more. Same thing with the stock. Don't get me wrong, I like the stock. I can remove the stock so I can use it like an actual machine pistol, or even, something like that. But even then, this is just ugly. I don't like this. Now, if you 3D printed a M4 style buffer tube on here, so I can actually put on my M4 stocks, by all means, I'd be more than happy with it. Hell, imagine having a M16 stock on this thing. Like, Jesus Christ, a M16 MP7 hybrid, a M76. Oh, that'd be amazing. But in all seriousness, though, it's actually a pretty decent little build. It's okay, and I do like there are people out there refurbishing these things to actually take lipos, which is definitely nice. Speaking of lipos in general, it does come with a small battery, which actually is not bad. It's a 7.62, 7.2 volt battery, a 7 volt battery in a sense, and it's not bad. It's good. It's Tamiya. Battery charger that it comes with is not that great, but you know what? It's one of those things. And honestly, like I said, it's not bad, and you can use it with other guns, so I recommend you keep the battery at least. Either way, though, let's go ahead, head over to the chronograph in the range, and let's talk about this gun and show... Why am I saying talk? Let's show the performance of the gun and actually see how well it does, shall we? Alright, so we got the battery all charged up, and the way you actually put the battery in here, I don't know if I showed this earlier, probably not, is you press the little button right here under the barrel itself, which, by the way, there are replacement barrels on e-bike for this, and upgrades for this MP7. I will talk about that in another video, but let's go ahead and pull the wire up, slide our nice little 7.2 battery in here. It's a little warm because I've had it on the charger while we were talking through the entire review, of course. Set that between your legs because, of course, you want a gun dick. Put that in there, slide that in, try and finagle it a bit so it fits over the battery somehow. There we go. Fucking there. Of course, the wires are going to get a little bit pinched, but hey, that's one of those things. There we go. And test fire. Sounds a little weird, doesn't it? Well, don't worry, that's normal. Putting the hop up all the way off so we don't have some weird mess-ups on here. Okay. Let's go ahead and see what we're getting with .2s. So, firing. 174, 173, 175, 147, 169, 142, 175, 168, 169. Okay, so we're definitely getting heavy fluctuations between the 160s and the 170s. But again, it's kind of what it is, considering what this is. Either way, though, let's go ahead, get a run cam on this, take it outside, and see what we get range-wise. Okay, so we have the run cam on here, and the wind is blowing our target all over the place, so that's going to be interesting. Let's go ahead and just take a couple shots at it then, okay? Alright, here we go. Okay, so it's definitely lobbing the targets with the hop-up off, so go ahead and pull it about halfway, see what that does. We're definitely hitting the barn, so let's go ahead and bring you guys back a little bit. Alright, here we are 60 feet. Let's see if it's still hitting the barn. Alright, just for a straight distance test, I'm going to be shooting out this way into the clearing, and we're going to see how far it goes on the run cam. This thing's breaking 60 feet, reaching almost to 70 feet. With the hop-up all the way on, with Black Ops .2 BBs. Yeah, I'm gonna say this is pretty good. Pretty good stock. This is definitely great for CQB. So yeah, let's go ahead and go back inside and give the final verdict on this, shall we? I know a lot of you are automatically saying the range on it wasn't that great. 60 to 70 feet? Ow, that's pretty bad. Well, that's the thing. This is primarily meant to be a CQB gun. This is supposed to be a gun that you would buy if you are a CQB, if you primarily play CQB and you want an MP7, but you don't want to get the gas blowback and you don't want to spend the money for the AEG that's coming out, well before the AEG ever was announced, and you want something like this that you could work on. And you've heard so many good things about the Tokyo Marui or the Well MP7, but you weren't able to find them online. So you see this at the local pro shop and you're thinking, you know what? I want to grab that and I want to rock it. And you're rocking it and you play it and you do well. Now, don't get me wrong, you can set this up, from what I understand from my buddies who have actually bought these and upgraded these with the Tokyo Marui parts, or the other upgrade parts that would go in the Tokyo Marui MP7 AEP, or AEG. I'm just going to call it AEG to save myself a headache. You can actually upgrade this to be a little better and actually be really good. So yeah. Now, I'm not happy with the price tag at $60. For $60, and I'm just saying this now as someone who kind of does this for a living to help out the common man's airsofter, for $60 you could get the JG AK-12, which comes with a high-cap magazine and can take a LiPo and can be upgraded down the line. That's $60. The refurbished MP7s, which can take LiPos, are $40. Umarexs USA, I'm only saying this now. Lower the price tag a little bit. Come on. Lower it down to $50. Or hell, lower it down just a little bit more to the $40 price tag so you can compete with the eBay sellers who are actually refurbishing these things to take LiPos and actually do that. But that's my piece, of course. Where does it fall on the scoreboard, though? Well, folks, this nice little bad boy here gets no more, no less than a 8 out of 10. It's a good buy. While, yes, I'd say $60 isn't that great, don't go through the official channels, go on eBay and buy the refurbished model so you can run a LiPo out of it. I would say that this is definitely worth the buy. And this was definitely Umarexs' first attempt and good attempt at making an MP7. I'm not gonna lie, guys, I do love HK. I love Umarexs USA. I respect them wholly and sort of love them as sort of like a brother of sorts, but either way, it's definitely one of those things, you know? Anyway. Thank you all for watching. As always, I've been AirsoftAL, and you know what? I say we check out another HK. I say we check out another gun by Umarexs USA. One that, ironically enough, hasn't gotten a lot of coverage. One that was featured in John Wick. And one that is considered by most to be a good concealed carry. Ladies and gentlemen, I am of course talking about the HK P30. Till next time.